In a small coastal village named Brighthaven, nestled between shimmering waves and rolling green hills, there stood a towering, ancient oak tree unlike any other. Its golden leaves glimmered in the sunlight, a magical sight that drew visitors from all over. Locals believed that the tree, known as the Golden Oak, had been blessed with powers from ancient times, and its roots held stories as deep as the earth itself. But the real magic, as the children of the village soon discovered, was much more than a golden glow. Chapter 1. The mysterious leaf charm. Luna, a curious and adventurous girl of 12, had lived in Brighthaven her whole life. Her mother worked at the village lighthouse, a tall, white tower that stood proudly on the cliff's edge, guiding sailors home. Luna loved the lighthouse, but even more, she loved exploring the woods surrounding the village, especially around the golden oak tree. One day, while sitting beneath the golden oak, she noticed something unusual. A single leaf had fallen from the tree, but instead of the typical golden hue, this one was covered in intricate patterns, swirling like the wind. As Luna reached for the leaf, it shimmered and, to her astonishment, transformed into a small, delicate charm in her hand, a magic leaf charm. Her heart raced with excitement. She had heard stories of the golden oak's magic, but she had never seen anything like this before. Clutching the charm tightly, she ran home to show her best friend, Finn, a boy with messy brown hair and an insatiable curiosity for adventure. "That's no ordinary leaf, Luna," Finn exclaimed as he examined the charm under the soft glow of a lantern. "I think it's magical." Luna nodded, her mind racing with possibilities. "But what kind of magic? What does it do?" Before Finn could answer, the charm began to glow softly, casting a warm light that filled the room. And then, to their amazement, it began to hum, like a distant melody carried on the wind. Chapter 2. The floating starship. The next morning, Luna and Finn decided to investigate the charm's origins. They returned to the golden oak tree, hoping to discover more. As they approached, the charm in Luna's hand began to glow brighter, pulling them closer to the base of the tree. Suddenly, a gust of wind swirled around them, and the air shimmered with a strange, ethereal light. From behind the tree, a large, floating starship emerged, hovering a few feet above the ground. It was unlike any ship they had ever seen, gleaming silver, with sails made of stardust and lanterns hanging along its sides, glowing softly in the daylight. A door on the side of the starship opened with a soft creak, and an elderly woman stepped out. She was tall and graceful, with flowing robes that shimmered like the night sky. Her eyes twinkled with wisdom and mystery, and around her neck hung a charm identical to the one Luna held. "I've been waiting for you," the woman said, her voice kind but firm. "You have found the magic leaf charm, and now, your adventure must begin." Luna and Finn exchanged glances, both excited and nervous. "Who are you?" Finn asked, his voice filled with awe. "My name is Seraphina," the woman replied. "I am the guardian of the golden oak tree, and this," she gestured to the floating starship behind her, "is the Starlight Voyager. It travels between worlds, guided by the magic of the golden oak. And now, it is time for you to embark on a journey, one that will take you far beyond Brighthaven." Luna and Finn stood speechless for a moment, the weight of Seraphina's words sinking in. A journey beyond their village? To other worlds? Luna stepped forward, clutching the magic leaf charm. "What do we need to do?" Seraphina smiled. "There is an ancient imbalance, one that threatens the harmony of our worlds. A great darkness is spreading, and only those who carry the magic of the golden oak can stop it. But to do so, you must seek the four lights, the lantern of the north, the east, the south, and the west. Each lantern holds a power that, when combined, can restore the balance." Finn's eyes widened. "Lanterns? Where do we find them?" "They are hidden across different worlds, each protected by a guardian. The charm will guide you, but the journey will be perilous. You must rely on each other and the magic of the golden oak to succeed." Without hesitation, Luna and Finn agreed. They couldn't resist the call of adventure, and deep down, they knew this was their destiny. Seraphina led them aboard the Starlight Voyager, and with a gust of wind, The ship lifted into the sky, leaving Brighthaven far below. Chapter 3. The Lantern of the North. The first world they visited was a frozen landscape, where snow-covered mountains stretched as far as the eye could see. The air was crisp and cold, and the stars above shone brighter than anywhere Luna had ever seen. The Lantern of the North is hidden within these mountains, Serafina explained as the Starlight Voyager hovered above the icy peaks. But beware, a fierce guardian protects it. Luna and Finn disembarked from the ship, their boots sinking into the snow. The magic leaf charm glowed softly, leading them through the frosty wilderness. After hours of trekking, they reached a towering glacier, its surface shimmering like glass. At the top, nestled in a crevice, they could see a faint light, the Lantern of the North. But as they approached, a deep growl echoed through the mountains from the shadows. A massive white wolf emerged, its eyes glowing with a fierce, ancient power. Finn took a step back, his heart pounding. What do we do? Luna held the magic leaf charm tightly, and suddenly, a voice echoed in her mind. The charm will protect you, but you must show courage and kindness. With a deep breath, Luna stepped forward, extending the charm toward the wolf. The creature growled, but as the light from the charm touched its fur, its growls softened, and its fierce eyes grew gentle. The wolf bowed its head, allowing them to pass. Luna and Finn quickly retrieved the Lantern of the North, its icy blue glow filling them with warmth despite the cold. The first piece of their quest was complete. Chapter 4. The Lighthouse of the East. Their next destination was a world of towering cliffs and crashing waves. The Lantern of the East was hidden within a great lighthouse that stood on the edge of a steep, rocky coastline. As they approached the lighthouse, the skies darkened, and a fierce storm began to brew. The wind howled, and the waves crashed against the rocks with terrifying force. The storm is the lighthouse's guardian, Serafina warned. It will not let you pass easily. Luna and Finn struggled against the wind as they made their way up the rocky path toward the lighthouse. The storm grew fiercer with every step, the winds nearly knocking them off their feet. But Luna remembered the wolf from the mountains and knew that the charm's power was more than just protection. It was also understanding. She closed her eyes and listened to the storm, letting its fury wash over her. The storm isn't angry, she whispered to Finn. It's lonely. With that, Luna held the charm high, and the storm began to calm. The winds softened to a gentle breeze, and the waves grew quieter. The lighthouse door creaked open, revealing the Lantern of the East, glowing with a soft, golden light. Chapter 5. The Lantern of the South. The world of the South was a vast desert, its golden sands stretching to the horizon. The Lantern of the South was said to be hidden in the heart of the desert, guarded by the spirits of the wind. As they journeyed across the dunes, the heat grew unbearable. But the charm continued to guide them, and eventually, they reached an ancient temple, half buried in the sand. Inside, they found the Lantern of the South, its fiery red glow illuminating the dark chambers. But as they reached for it, the winds began to swirl, and the sand beneath their feet shifted, forming into towering shapes, guardians made of sand and wind. We can't fight them, Finn cried as the guardians advanced. Luna nodded. We don't have to. She held the charm forward, and the guardians hesitated, their forms wavering. Luna stepped forward, her voice steady. We're not here to take the lantern for ourselves. We're here to protect the balance. The guardians paused, and then, with a gust of wind, they dissolved into the air, leaving the lantern free for Luna and Finn to take. Chapter 6. The Final Light. The final lantern, the Lantern of the West, was hidden in a lush forest, filled with towering trees and cascading waterfalls. The magic leaf charm glowed brighter than ever, leading them deep into the heart of the forest. But as they approached the lantern, they were confronted by the forest's guardian, a towering stag with antlers that sparkled like stars. Its eyes were filled with wisdom, but also sorrow. The balance has been disturbed for too long, the stag said, its voice deep and resonant. You carry the power to restore it, but you must prove your worth. Luna stepped forward, her heart pounding. We've come this far. We've faced dangers. We've shown kindness. and we've protected the balance. Please, let us finish what we've started." The stag considered her words for a long moment. Then, with a nod, it stepped aside, allowing them to retrieve the final lantern. Its green light shimmered like the leaves of the golden oak tree. Chapter 7. The return to Brighthaven. With all 4 lanterns in hand, Luna and Finn returned to Brighthaven, their hearts filled with hope and determination. Seraphina met them at the golden oak tree, her eyes shining with pride. "You have done well," she said. "The balance is restored, and the worlds are safe once more." As Luna and Finn placed the lanterns at the base of the golden oak, a soft glow spread through the tree, its golden leaves shimmering brighter than ever. The magic leaf charm in Luna's hand dissolved into light, its purpose fulfilled. The Starlight Voyager hovered above them, ready to take Seraphina back to her duties as the guardian of the worlds. But before she left, she turned to Luna and Finn with a smile. "Remember," she said, "the magic of the golden oak is not just in the lanterns or the charm. It's in you. As long as you carry its light in your hearts, you will always be protectors of the balance." And with that, the Starlight Voyager soared into the sky, disappearing into the stars. Luna and Finn stood beneath the golden oak tree, watching the lanterns glow softly in the night. Their adventure had come to an end, but they knew that the magic of the golden oak would stay with them, always.